What's up, guys? I hope you're well. Today we're checking out David Mitchell's Soapbox, Naming Your Child. Ooh, this may be good. David Mitchell's a smart man.
If you watched the previous two of these with the diligent care which I request and require, you will be fully warned against the folly of trying to express your uniqueness either in your stag night or your wedding. Now we come to the big one. There may well come a time when you and your partner seek to launch a new type of person you have created. To do this, you will be required to come up with a name for them. Unless you're a writer, a shipwright, or an IKEA furniture designer, you may well never have been required to name a thing before, bar the odd pet. It will seem like an enormous decision, and one to which you ought surely to bring a little of the creativity for which you are so admired amongst your friends. After all, you yourself are a wildly unique and special person, and so, to a lesser extent, is your partner. Naturally, you may think the result of a union between two such unusual or unique individuals requires an unusual or unique name, so that everyone they encounter will immediately understand the levels of one-of-a-kindness they're dealing with here. Time to ditch the solid workaday Toms and Sarahs and search instead the baby books, obscure apocryphal gospels, and local takeaway menus for something appropriately bespoke. Do not, under any circumstances, do this. For a start, names aren't fundamentally, and I know I'll get angry letters from branding experts on disgustingly over-designed writing paper for saying this, but still, they're not fundamentally very important. It's amazing what you can get used to in a name. For instance, I've personally never been that crazy about the name of the Channel 4 sitcom Peep Show. I mean, it's fine, but a peep show sounds a bit sexy.
Yeah.
And taken along with the late-night slot on Channel 4, the first-time viewer would not be unreasonable to expect titillation. Which seems to me, writing a check with the title which the content of constant footage of two pallid men in their 30s aging in real time will emphatically fail to honour. Why not follow the example of Frasier or Fawlty Towers and call it the thing that's the main thing in it? In Peep Show's case, I suppose, Mark and Jez, or The Two Men. But, as I say, it doesn't really matter, because as soon as you get used to a name, you stop noticing it altogether.
True.
Whether it be mildly misleading, like Peep Show, or wrenchingly clunky and awful, like Have I Got News for You, or Strictly Come Dancing. Ridiculous and off-putting the first few times you heard them, but now simply the name for that thing, as unremarkable as the 6 o'clock news or Gardener's World. But people, unlike TV shows, are not simply unveiled once and then allowed to seep into the national consciousness. People have to introduce themselves again and again at every stage of their lives.
Very true.
All the more vital to suppress your understandable but ultimately vain and self-defeating desire to demonstrate the uniqueness of your child. Of course he or she is unique. Everyone's unique. But take a step back, and that's as irrelevant a distinction as the one between snowflakes. The truly exceptional, the snowflake that's red, is in the eye of the beholder, and you don't convince anyone they've encountered it just by naming your child Sunshine or Space Vixen. Or indeed Snowflake.
True.
It's bad enough for people with mildly unusual or connotation-laden names. Everyone has an idea of what a Tarquin is like, and that must be a millstone round the neck of all the Tarquins who aren't like that, and whose friends constantly have to explain he's called Tarquin, but he's actually quite a normal bloke. Whereas normal blokeitude, or rather a certain pressure-relieving colourlessness, should surely be what parents are aiming for. To do otherwise seems arrogant, controlling, or just plain cruel. Why give or make up a name which will ensure everyone who first meets them will have strong preconceptions about them when there are so many names to choose from with little or no baggage? Except for all our own private irrational feelings that say Simon's a self-absorbed, Andrew's a short, or Lisa's a trouble. And picking such a name certainly doesn't mean your child is condemned to stolidity. After all, a Richard can always become a Ringo in later life. If he wishes. But then again, a John, Paul, or George can stick with their stolid, colourless names and not noticeably suffer from failing to be called Jongo, Pongo, or Jingo.
Shoot, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's true, though. That's the thing. Look, I personally don't like my name. And I've met a lot of people, and I'm like, you like your name? And they're like, nah, I've had it for so long. It's like, whatever now, but I don't know what I would choose if I changed my name. I won't. I'm not going to change it, but I don't know what I would choose if I would change my name. Let me know in the comments if I should do some more of these soapboxes with David Mitchell. I like this; it's good. A little more dry. It's just not like the slapstick humor I'm used to from, you know, Mitchell and Webb. But I like it. It's interesting, kind of getting into David's mind a little bit. But yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and don't forget to wash your hands. Bye.